about the reaction of Western countries to the justice attempt. If we talk about the Western media coverage after the Rabaa massacre, we all watched the Craig Summers, the security chief at Sky, testimony about his colleague, his cameraman, Michael Dane, who was shot, killed in Rabaa massacre. How do you see the media coverage of British mainstream media here regarding this Sky cameraman?
Well, obviously, Mike Dean is a very brave man who put himself in harm's way and was killed. It worries, but it does worry me that the dominance of this kind of narrative of the fate of a British journalist or a Western journalist. I felt very strongly at the time that there was a systemic neglect of the fate of Egyptian journalists. There is a prioritization of the quite upsetting and shaming if you're a Western journalist. You somehow place the fate of a white Western journalist much higher than of the countless Egyptian journalists who were locked up, tortured, killed, and so on. So I was very struck. Just one other point on the Western media coverage. You know, the Tiananmen Square comparison you made there, Crispin. But of course, if you compare the coverage of Tiananmen Square and how the BBC went absolutely bonkers on the subject, and it was the epic moment in the history of the world, and the muted response, always the Western media reflecting the official foreign policy position of Western governments, the very muted response to Rabaa, once again showed that it was something which I think calls into question the integrity, I should say, of a great deal of British foreign reporting and Western foreign reporting.